two very different guys, different personalities. But by this time, even then, we knew that, that there were two sort of pillars within the WWE that were going to be, for the most part, everything was sort of built around. And that's the only person I just need to know where he's at on this. You know what I mean? I just need to know where he's at, because if there's somebody you got to sit there and have a chat with, it's going to be him. We're going to have to, for all of this to move forward, he and I are going to have to find a way to, get simpatico on this. And clearly Vince knew the same thing, and that's why he was the first guy, he talked to the next day. And to this day, because it's one of those things that, so much has passed that we've never even discussed it. I've never asked him, like, what did he tell you in there? But he, I remember waiting on him, and he came out, he walked up to me, he goes, "We're cool." Off he went. I went, "All right." And then it was like, it was all, both barrels loaded. After that, it was whatever it is they wanted. We went full gear, and but yeah, I mean, and honestly, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but again, it wasn't. It wasn't fun by any stretch. I mean, that's one of the things that I think over the years that even, Bret and I both, for us both to get sort of past our own sort of personal feelings about it, I think when we finally started putting ourselves in the other person's shoes, I think that's what helped you get it all over with. I honestly think, when Bret realized that, like, okay, what he heard me say enough times, like, hey, what, it's not like I was thrilled to be that dude. I mean, it isn't like when I was, 12 years old, 15 years old, I sat at home going, I don't want to just be a pro wrestler. I want to be a pro wrestler, and then when I'm in it, I want everybody in that industry to hate my guts and be the most hated guy in the wrestling business. You know what I mean? That isn't what you hope for. And when I would leave this and the show and that image and that kind of junk and go back to San Antonio, Texas, and just be Shawn Hickenbottom and sit there in the mirror and realize, damn, dude, you're the most hated guy in wrestling. It sucked. It was again, it wasn't anything you aspired to do. It wasn't what you dreamed of being when you were 12. And so and I think, it took people a long time to, sort of, because you do. I mean, it's very, you get cut, and all you can do is think about your own wound. You don't really think about, whatever the guilt and all that junk that the other person may have, felt about, doing that to you, or why they did it and stuff like that. And again, not that I'm looking for anybody to cry me a river. Don't get me wrong. It was just, it's not like it was a blast. It wasn't, and like I said, so one of those things that I don't know. You're a grown man in a grown business. You got to man up, do it, and you go on. But like all I ever tell people is like, like, don't get me wrong. It's not like it was, that's the gig you're looking for. It wasn't.